Okay, to find out which buses stop at these bus stops, I think they call them lines in the data. So if we go back to the API console, let's close this down. What we want to do is find out which bus stops at a particular bus stop, and we really need to use the timetable. Okay, so that's going to give us a timetable for a particular stop on a particular date and a particular time. Now we can leave the date and time blank, it doesn't need that, but it does need an ATCO code, and it does need the timetable call. So that's what we're going to be looking at next. Our mashup now has gone through the Google API, now into the bounding box, and now we've pulled out the ATCO code. We're going to get the timetable. If we take a look at the timetable, so that's the one. It certainly is. Again, one hit. So we don't need to keep running this too often. What we're going to end up with is a bus number. So here we've got departures and the bus number for the particular stop. So this is for one stop, that stop there. The bus number 30, and there could be several, as we saw on here. When we pressed here, we've got 4 buses that stop at that one. There are 2 buses that stop at that one. 5 buses that stop at that one. So it's going to be different each time. So I would expect the buses, and there's the departure number 30 and 73. So we've got 2 buses at the moment. And the 205 and so on. I think you get the drift of that one. But the important thing is that they call them a line. Okay, a line is a line number, and we might need a fair amount of information from this one, from the timetable. For example, we might need the direction that it's going in. We're certainly going to need the operator, because if we take a look at let's close this down. If we take a look at this one, getting the timetable, we need an operator to find it. This is giving us the bus route, and to have the bus route we need the operator, we need the line number, we need the direction, we need the bus stop, and we need a date and time, which can be left out. So from the one that we just looked at, we need to pull certainly the line. The direction is not the direction that we're looking for. The actual direction we're looking for is whether it's inbound or outbound. So it's actually DIR for the direction, not the entire item. So we can see that this one, the DIR here, is outbound. It's only got 2 values. It can only be inbound or outbound, and we can see that from the query parameters, if you remember going through the query parameters. But more importantly, the headers. So these are called the headers. So this is telling you the header parameter, being the ATCO code and the date and the time. So it's going to make up quite a strange URI. It's going to be a little bit different to what we're used to. And then we're going to get the timetable and pass any parameters after the question mark, such as app ID, app key, group, limit, and so on. So we've got a little bit of building to be doing, and if we take a look at this one, then we will see that part of the URI parameters is we need the direction, and the direction is telling us that it's either inbound or outbound. So going back to what I was saying, we need, instead of direction, we need DIR for dir on the previous one. So if we go back to that, there's the direction outbound. So we have a fair amount of work to do on this one. We've got a lot of mashing up to do, we've got a lot of URI building to do, and it's going to be quite heavy on the testing just to make sure that we've got everything placed right. So we will start that in the next video.